Good morning children. This is your English literature class. Children, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe. Children, today I am going to start with poem The West Wind. Poem The West Wind. Children, it is written by John Masefield. Poet John Masefield. So children, before starting this poem, The West Wind, I will discuss about the poet John Masefield. Children, John Masefield was born in England. Early on, Masefield embarked on a wandering life which took him to America. Before he reached his 20th birthday, he returned to England with a wealth of experience of people, places and life on the sea. He worked for some time for a newspaper and in 1902 he began to write poems and stories. The language and the content of the West Wind are easily understood. The poet has followed a simple rhyme pattern, but you will notice that the lines are not always uniform in their meter. The poet is reminded of his homeland when he hears the west wind blowing. The west wind brings back memories of the beauties of nature and seems to speak to him, calling him brother to entice him home. The message is one which can be understood by anyone who has been away from home for a long time. Now children, I will discuss about the summary of the poem, The West Wind. Children, it is written by the poet John Masefield. So, in the poem The West Wind by John Masefield, the poet started by describing with poetic imagery of words how the west wind is different from other winds. It is a warm wind, full of birds' cries. There is a touch of melancholy, perhaps homesickness, as he described how it brings tears too, and memories from an old land. He goes on to describe the restful pastoral beauty of the land where even the dead can lie in the green. He then brings in voices, perhaps of family and friends, calling him home as he is missing April's beauty. The voices then tempt him some more with idyllic images from home as white blossom, young green corn, running rabbits, warm sun, etc. The voices seems to presume that the poet's heart is sorrowful, bruised and sore. The end of the poem sees the poet appears to make a decision. He will go home, and as he has decided that is where he truly belongs. So children, now before explaining this poem, The West Wind, I will discuss about the hard words of this poem and meaning also. So children, here some hard words and meaning. First, thrushes. Thrushes means children a small or medium sized songbird. Thrushes means a small or medium sized songbird. Fluting. Fluting means children sound reminiscent of that of a flute. A means Y. A means you. Corn, the chief cereal crop of our district. Now children, I will discuss next hard word, large. Large means children a small ground dwelling songbird. Balm. Next hard word is children balm. As you know that balm is a fragrant cream used to heal. Bruise means minor injury. Aching means children, aching means having an ache in a part of one's body. Treat means children, walk in a specified way. So children, now let us start this poem, The West Wind. I will read first stanza of this poem and explain. First stanza, it's a warm wind, the west wind full of birds' cries. I never hear the west wind, but tears are in my eyes. For it comes from the west lands, the old brown hills, and April's in the west wind and daffodils. So children, now I will explain these lines, this first stanza of the poem. Now children, next stanza, fifth stanza of this poem. Larks are singing in the west, brother, above the green wheat. So will a not come home, brother, and rest your tired feet. I have a balm for bruised hearts, brother, sleep for aching eyes. Says the warm wind and the west wind full of birds' cries. So children, these lines means in this stanza, the west wind once again asked the poet to return home to the land of singing larks and lush green fields because he is tired and needs rest. So children, in this stanza, the poet wants rest. So he wants to return homeland. The west wind says that it is like a balm that heals wounded hearts and soothes exhausted eyes. So children, in this stanza, the poet is very tired and needs rest and wants to return homeland. So this stanza describes the healing powers of the west wind that can cure bruised hearts and relieve exhaustion. So children, now let us read next stanza. It means last stanza of this poem, The West Wind. It's the white road westwards in the road I must treat to the green grass, the cool grass, and rest for heart and heat. To the violets and the warm hearts and the thrush's song. To the fine land, the west land, the land where I belong. So children, in this last stanza of the poem, the poet tells himself that it is time for him to go back to where he belongs. It means homeland. He go back to homeland because he was very tired and needs rest. He wants to go back to the land of green fields where flowers grow in abundance and the birds sing their sweet songs. Bird sings their sweet songs. The fine land that is filled with violets warm hearts and songs of thrushes, as where he must heed back to, because that is his home. Because home is a place where I take rest. I can take rest after tiredness. So children, in this stanza, the poet tells himself that it's a time for him to go back to where he belongs. It means he wants to go back to his homeland for taking rest. Now children, I hope you all have understood this poem and explanation of the poem, summary of the poem. So learn summary of the poem and hard words, meaning. Children, thank you students. Have a nice day.